All right. Good morning, everybody. Today is March 6th, 2025, and welcome to McBoss Capital channel. Um, my name is Michael Chu, and I'm here to talk about stocks on the move. But today, as you can see on the screen on IBDinvestors.com, there's not many stocks moving. And the big problem here right now is the market just under a correction mode. Um, Yeah, so that's the problem right now. Let me open market search. So this is QQQ. It has it dropped, almost 2% this morning. It has bounced back, right? You can see right here. So this is really good. So um, let me make sure my stream is working. Yes, it is working. I think, yeah. So all right. All right, let me continue here. So intraday is looking pretty good. We didn't make much lower, like we gapped down, and all the panic sets in, right? Because yesterday was a good day and today was a pretty bad day, and at least in the first 5-10 minutes, right? And then half an hour into it, we start to bounce. Now, what's happening on the daily chart? Okay, we make a new low right here, but then we bounced back yesterday, so that was a good thing. And then this morning we gapped down, but look at it. We found support at this black line. This is very critical. Um, like I'm actually more optimistic because of this now. So now we're not in the clear, but it just shows that, right? Like yesterday we had bad news with the ADP job report. Um, it was really low, less than 100K, and jobs in the private sector, and yet the market was able to rebound that news, right? Of course, there was some news related to tariff too that came back up, and all that. But the fact that it didn't go down like crazy was really good, like you know, this was yesterday. Sorry, this one. So today again we have the gap down and we could jump back up. Notice how 2 days now we were able to bounce back higher, right? And today, I mean, the gap down thing, yes, this is what panic sets in. This is where people like, who just watching and watching didn't sell the whole time. They're starting to like, oh my God, this market is going nowhere. I gotta sell. I gotta sell because, it's just not working. Like, one day up and then the next day, you're down 2% in the morning. So this is starting to frustrate a lot of people, and it's starting to, like I said, like emotionally, mentally, you are exhausted if you are holding in this market from the top. You are giving up so much gains. The index doesn't look that bad, like I said, 200-day supporting line, but stocks are getting hammered, like growth stocks, right? So, and then speculative stocks, even worse. I don't know. I don't usually follow speculative stocks, like but I'm sure they're all getting hammered too. So people are starting to give up, and the good sign, like I said, this last few days is not only the market able to rebound and close strong, but more importantly, if you follow IBD strategy, what you see here is we are day one right here. They call it a pink rally day. What that means is that it reversed that day, therefore, from the low, so they count that as day one, because it closed strong enough to count it, even though it was a red day. So that's why they call it a pink rally day. Then we have day two, which didn't undercut this low right here, and that was a good day because it rebounded, right? Now day three, we have a gap down today, but what happened? It bounced again, right? So it didn't undercut this low once again. Now, things could change by end of the day, I don't know, but it's probably unlikely because it's already been tested this morning. Unless some really, really bad news come out in the market, then it could shake, like, something unforeseen, and it could shake the whole market again. Okay. Now, so we are on third day now of rally attempt. It only takes 4 days to confirm it. So if tomorrow we have a strong open, possibly a gap up, then and close strong, and growth stocks are moving. And when I say growth stocks are moving, what does that mean? It means that we should see tons of stocks on the screen, not just four like today. Okay. Um, so that's the big deal. If growth stock doesn't move, um, you know, the market probably unlikely to move. It's just all I'm saying. So we need to see this stock's power with this screen's power with lots of good growth stocks name. So anyhow, again, it's very early. Lately most of my buys, not all of them, like I would say roughly, like even today, I'm gonna shake out quite a bit again. One third of them are not working, and then the rest could still fall apart. So that's the risk right now of buying at this stage. But I'm optimistic. Like through my whole experience, I usually have no problem catching the bottom. Most of the time. Um, Here I did the same thing. Sometimes I'm a few days early, and that's okay. Like I'm okay to take small losses. Like most of my stops are really tight right now, so it's okay. But it gives me the sense, okay, of what is working and what is not working, and more importantly, the leaders are gonna start to move out. They won't wait for you. They won't wait for the market to rally. Those guys, the leaders, are gonna take off even without the market. And so I don't want to miss those leaders, right? And I don't know exactly who's going to be the leader. The only way I will know is based on performance. So whatever stock that are standing up and having good performance right now are most likely going to be the leaders. You don't know for sure because sometimes some stock will come from behind and they will become a leader. But most of the time, like I would say at least 50%, but probably more, like 70% of the time, 60% of the time, those leaders are going to take off before the market. So, once again, where are we? Why is it so important to pay attention more than ever? Because when there's panic and fear, that is the golden opportunity. Because stocks that are moving, those are not only going to be the leaders, but you are able to get in early. And I don't mean like, you dump all your shares in it because that's just too aggressive and you could be punished for that. What I mean is just taking small pilot positions or something that you feel comfortable with and see if those stocks are going to become leaders. Most importantly, they have to work first, right? Because you could get stop out or whatever. They could make a new low and stuff. Same thing with the index here. You could make a new low. I have no idea whether it will make a new low. And same thing with your stock. But the stocks that are going to stand up and not make new lows, those are the ones that are more likely to make have some momentum later once the market is stable. So anyhow, I think I've nailed this quite hard. Um, so more importantly, like I say, I'm very focused now, more than ever, to find the leaders in this coming rally. And you know, I know this is bad times right now. Everyone's like, oh, why am I even paying attention? What's the point? Here's the stochastics. Look at the stochastics, okay? Okay, every time the stochastic hit below 20, it will bounce. Look at this, okay? It hit below 20, it will bounce. Now, sometime in this case, it was a little bit early, so it went down further, okay? But you have to compare this here versus here. This is much more extreme. So Could it go down further? Sure, it could go down further, but it doesn't happen like this most of the time. And not only that, this is barely below 50-day. Look at this. This is at 200-day already, moving average. Okay, here's another one. Stochastic. Look at that. It tend to bounce as we hit the 20, below 20. Right here, another one. So history has shown us over and over again when panic and fear sets in, the market rebounds. It's that simple. Now, again, it's very hard for someone who's in the market to, especially if you have big losses right now. If you have big losses, your mindset is completely different. My mindset, because I sold most of my stocks, I took most of my gains. I don't have to worry about losses. Like the losses I'm incurring right now are very tiny stop losses, just like normal times. It has nothing to do even with this market. So that's the difference. And that's another skill that most people lack is the ability to sell when they have big profit. Anyhow, that's another day for that story because that has passed. Here we are. The index is not as bad as a lot of growth stocks. And so that's the problem with a lot of growth and 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 even speculative stocks. All right. So the key here is each day goes by. This is third day, right? And why am I keep talking about it? Is because when the market doesn't want to go down on bad news and make new lows, that's the keyword, new low. There's a chance the market will rebound because that's the definition of a rally. Is the market keep making higher lows, so and then higher highs as well. So that's we have yet to see higher highs. The higher high would be above this level right there. Okay, but we have yet to see that. So we need to, the worst thing that could happen is it sits on this 200-day for 1, 2, 3 days, and then it just falls apart. That could happen too. Like I said, anything can happen right now. So like it could go and then boom, it goes down. So it because the 10 day is still this slope, right? So until it crossed the 10 day. Okay, all right. So I think I hammered this quite since there's not many stocks to look at today, but we'll still look at some. Um, Market is you know around 1% now QQQ, right? It was like I said 2% this morning. We'll see if it can hold and whether it can. If it's another upside reversal today, I mean, that's a pretty good sign, right? Like, how many days now? You have 1, 2, 3 days of upside reversal. That's a pretty powerful sign that the market might have bottom. So, but most importantly, for growth stocks investors like me, um, I need to see growth stocks moving. That's the main thing because I'm not investing index. That's not my strategy here. So, all right. Okay, what's next here? So let's look at some of these stocks here and see what they're doing. Tigo, we talked about this. I didn't pull the trigger, unfortunately, not yet. But today, you know, even though it went up like above the 10 day yesterday, I was worried that it will fall apart. But the volume came really strong. You can see right here, really strong. And then today it follows through and break out. Okay, so I did take a position early this morning. Um, So is it to extend it? Not in my like when I count from this is first day yesterday, today is second day, and so my rule of thumb is usually within the first 2 days. Now, now sometimes even within the first 2 days can be extended, right? Now, what do I look at? Look at this. Hold on a second. Let me refresh. I look at where the 10 day is. The 10 day is right here. Okay, so it didn't really like it's not that far away this morning, you know. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at. Yes, now it looks extended because it's up here. But this morning it wasn't that far extended, and it's only been 1 hour into the market. Like that's how crazy this stock has moved. Um, and this was a huge shakeout right here. So usually when you have a huge shakeout, I try to ignore that in the chart because it really, if you don't ignore it, it kind of like you don't feel like even looking at this stock because it's just, it is a bad day. Don't get me wrong. That day and this day, 2 days of shaking out, a reversal and a gap down, right? So those are two bad days. But the shakeout probably shakes out everybody. Not only all the new buyers who try to buy on this breakout, but also even people who were holding on short term who just like, have to cut their losses right here, right? So that means most of the short term sellers are done. And then we have volume on the buy side coming in. So that means buyers getting into this stock. So now we won't know for sure whether all the sellers are gone until we see a red day and look at the volume. But that's what's probably gonna happen. Okay, now here's another thing. Not only he break this upper channel line, he broke all this recent level here, right? Now it's 9 cents away from the high here, but this is the close. In terms of the close, is higher right now. So if we close where we are today, right now, we are making a new high close in a long time. And because the numbers are so close, 28.38, 28.75, right? Like this could easily follow through again tomorrow because of that, right? Because we're not that far away to break through all these barriers. Anyhow, so again, there's not many stocks to buy right now, unfortunately. Um, I like to see more stocks, but this is one that has been popping up on the screen quite a bit. So okay, so QQQ is starting to move up right now, 0.78% negative. So it's improving. Okay, it's improving. Okay, so all right, let's continue. So Tigo is right here. Next one, SITM. Uh, so this one is a chip stock, right? It has good earnings. I don't remember what the news is. So here's the earnings numbers, pretty strong. Um, yeah, I don't know what the news is on this bounce here. But anyhow, I can't remember now. But anyhow, I did buy yesterday on this powerful move. I waited a long time because it passed this 10 days so early in the morning. And then I said, okay, it's so close to 21 day. And then I said, okay, let's wait for that. And that's after it passed it, even after it passed it, like it took me a while to even buy into it. Anyhow, I did buy into it today. It followed through. Looks pretty good. Let me see. Let me just double check on my portfolio that how it's doing. Yep. So it's up 8.5% since I bought it. So yeah, slightly. I bought pretty much near the high yesterday. Now we're gonna get a test right now. This is extended now. I don't know. To me, it's considered extended right now, but I mean, it can still rise to the 50 days. So that's the risk. If you buy right now and you get rejected at the 50-day, you're gonna suffer, right? If you get rejected there. Um, yeah. Now in this time of market, like I mean, right now the market is moving up. So, but most likely today I will sell some position just to take partial profit. In this time of market, I find that if you don't take partial profit, um, it's too early in the rally, right, to not take partial profit. Because sometimes it takes one time, two times before it start to take off. So it could pull back and then try again and then pull back and then finally it takes off, right? You know, so when it's early in the rally, you want to catch the leaders, but at the same time, you don't know who's going to become the leader, right? You need to give it time. And so with time, you need to take some partial profit to protect against other losses. So when you have some gains on some, you should take some partial profit. Anyhow, Like I say, I will probably take some profit because it's such a powerful move on 2 days in a row. And like I say, 50 days coming up is probably going to get rejected for the first time. I'll be very surprised if it just take go through like that. It's possible. Like there must be something fundamentally. The volume is there, so there must be something fundamentally changing for it to just keep moving up straight up. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but like I said, even then, I still going to take some profit. Um, so that's SITM here. But yeah, it is a little bit extended, right? 8% extended today. So it's hard to buy at this moment, especially when it's that close to the 50-day. So SITM. Okay, so next one, Shop. Okay, Shopify. Now this one doesn't have the strongest earnings, but I think it just missed 1 quarter for me. But for some people, they really like this stock. So it just barely missed the 10% market, but it is bouncing. Okay, so yeah, I don't have any alert line on this because it's not on my list. But you can see it's coming back to the 10-day right now. If it does pass it, so that will be the trend line right there. So if it pass it decisively, again, even if it passes decisively and close strong, doesn't mean it'll work, but at least it's a higher probability that it may work. So let's do a market check right now. Okay, so QQQ is still at 0.8% down, but like I said, it's improving. It's starting to come back. We'll see if this will continue. So once again, I want to highlight this. If this could, like this will be really bullish. Let's put it this way. If we pass that high right there, it's such a clear level that it has found rejection 2 days in a row. Like yeah, if tomorrow like we go above this today, I don't know if it will. It will be some powerful move today if it does cross this. Um, but tomorrow, if it crossed that, again, tomorrow is jobs report day, so that will move the market for sure, and that could jeopardize this rally, attempt rally, if the number is really bad. If the number is not too bad, market, assuming there's no other little nuance details about, you know, forecasts, because the job numbers are going to come down, right, with all the Fed. I think I saw news this morning that some surveys show a lot of jobs getting cut from the Fed, and that's huge numbers. They're not small. So that could be something that could really push this market down. But like I said, a lot of analysts don't see that happening in February numbers because the numbers are usually like kind of delayed, and so March number will probably account for most of those Fed cut jobs. So okay, so another thing about this March is that we could see a short-term rally here. Let's just say 2 weeks or something, and then by end of March and early April, even Jim Robel was mentioning it yesterday that we could see a lot of turbulence. Like, so the Fed job cut reports thing is one reason, I think. The second thing is that it's U.S. tax season coming up, so a lot of people have to sell stocks to raise money to pay their tax, right? So that's another reason. Um, so yeah, so there's a few things, and then on top of that, we're gonna have more the tariff stuff, right? Reciprocal tariff started April 2nd, so that also gonna put a dent on the market too, because market will be like, what's gonna happen, right? If with the retaliation and so forth, But I think the market has been digesting most of the tariff news lately. Like I said, the bounce is really important because it shows the market might have already starting to discount those news, meaning like um maybe maybe like it's not as bad as people think, you know. So I don't know. I'm just saying, right? The market is definitely not going straight down lately. So this is a really good sign. Is all I'm saying. But again, we need to see growth stocks showing up. If they don't, it's not going to help us in any way. Okay, next stock here, MCK. Well, this one has one negative earnings quarter. This is like again, I don't know some of these health stocks are defensive or not, probably, and they're all making new highs lately, right? Like you can see relative strength. So if that's in your forte, yeah, these are looking good. All right, there's a little shakeout right here. Looks like it's trying to rebound right now. So here you go. It's trying to rebound right now. And it tested the lows here too, so that's good. But yeah, it's not on my list because of that one quarter down. But overall, the numbers are pretty strong. So that's MCK. Next stock we have here. These are some of these names came from earlier, but it's not showing up on stock. It's on the move no more. So either they come down, or I don't know. This I did put down the wrong symbol. T. Maybe it's the opposite. TPB. Okay, so this one report earnings. Um, Earnings are not bad. Point 0.7. Let's see. 0.81. Okay, slightly down actually. Yeah, this number here is wrong. So let me put. So here, this is not 16%. This is the negative, right? So anyhow, yeah. So I don't think this will be on my list. So we'll mark it as this is in tobacco. Tobacco. So this is very defensive actually. Tobacco. Um. Okay. Let's see what's next here. So again, like it would be really good if this list starts to pop up more stocks by the like closer to as days progress, right? But we're not seeing that right now. So QQQ is still at 1%, so it come back down slightly again. We don't know if it's gonna hold this level. It could, who knows? Maybe today is the reversal day that actually doesn't work, and if that's the case, then yeah, then again, there's not many stocks to buy anyway. So so we'll just keep watching this market. It's getting tested right now. You know, we'll see if it can hold those levels here. Okay, let's keep going. So some of these are from earlier. So a lot of Chinese stocks were showing strength earlier. I don't know if they have given up yet. So they do reverse, right? Like they went up really fast, reverse. This one, uh, it didn't rise fast enough for me. 0.20, 0.21. But anyhow, it's a Chinese stock. It broke out. So right here is a clear breakout. It did reverse though, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't turn red, this is still a good day. Um, but yeah, for me, I have to pass on this just because it missed my earnings. Um, which one I haven't talked about here? ATAT. So this stock I really like, but I have tried many times now. So let's go to it. So you can see here, like very choppy, right? Like here I was able to make some profit, and then here I fell, here I fell again. I don't know. I just keep going back to this name because it did work before. Look at this one, right? So I'm just waiting for that run, like that. So this morning it looks like it reversed again. Like this morning I like this bar right here. It got tested very early on. Now it's starting to give back. So it's not looking as good anymore. It's little starting to subside a little bit, but yeah, but if it comes down, it won't be good. So we'll see. But that's AT&T. A lot of the Chinese stocks like breaking out right now. So technically we're still in good shape. It's considered a breakout. Yesterday was actually first day. Today is second day. Okay, next one, Billy. So by the way, like Jim Ropel, hedge fund manager, he's now 25% into Chinese stocks in his portfolio. That's crazy. I didn't think he would be that aggressive into Chinese stocks, but because they're working, he said it's working. So um, and that's what I've been talking about lately. The Chinese stocks are the only breakouts that are working. So here's Billy, and again, I did make money on this recently, and then it started choppy. I got two chop here, and then it's taking off right now. Let me take out my markups. Okay, so we have this pullback. Now it's reversing right now. It's turning red, so that's not a good thing. I don't like when it turns red. Um, so it's undercutting yesterday's close, so that's not good. So we'll see what happens. Like if they all reverse today and turn red, that'll be pretty bad. So we'll see. So that's that one. Billy. PDD doesn't have the strongest. I think yeah. I think JD also reported. Let's just take a look at JD. Negative earnings, single digit here. Yeah, not very strong. It is estimated 30%. Again, this one tries to break out and comes down negative. So another, like, a lot of them doing that today. So okay. Well, that's pretty much it. So there is some stocks that make new highs yesterday. I'll just quickly run through them. RKT is a stock that I own. It kind of took off yesterday right here, and then it did. So it's finding some resistance here, right here, 200 day. So we'll see if it can hold today. Like I don't know. We'll see and look at the volume too. See, but it's hold. It was a big gain yesterday, so it is expected to reverse a little bit today. SE. So these are the leaders right now. They're making new highs right yesterday. So this one, same thing. Look at this. Trading really tight. Volume is a little bit high though. We'll see. But it's as long as it's not higher than yesterday, I think that'll be good. If it's you know, but yeah. So we'll see what happens there. YMM. This is a Chinese stock I don't have right now. Let me see the earnings here. So earnings pretty good. 0.77, 0.19, 0.20. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, it's breaking out to new highs today. Um, So yesterday was a big move. So today it pulled back. Here's the thing. All these Chinese stocks pulling back today may be an opportunity to get in if you haven't, right? But that's up to you because that's Chinese stocks. They're very, very high beta. They can move fast. They can also go down fast. There's a lot of risk. And this is a $13 stock. Um, so, you know, even a 50 cent move, that's like almost like 10% move. So you have to kind of decide for yourself, whether this is the kind of risk you want to take. But anyhow, it is reversing and 10 days right here. So that's, you know, uh, yeah, you can say stop there and so forth. So that's something I might watch today and see how that plays out. Again, the Chinese stocks are strong. Like they're the only ones that have broken out, and um, yeah. So let me add this to my watch list here. And then we have WPM, AGI, gold stocks. Those ones are also doing well. Let me see how gold is performing today. GLD is holding tight. WPM hitting new high, so that looks good. AGI, another one holding really tight. It didn't make new high, but it's holding tight. So yesterday was a big move day for AGI. Okay, so four more stocks here. PLMR. This one, insurance. So today is pulling back. Yeah, yesterday was a huge reversal. Unfortunately, it happened so early in the morning. I didn't take any partial gains. Look at the first 5 minute bar right there. Anyhow, I couldn't. Didn't have time to take the gains. I missed it. So now it's reversing. Hopefully it finds support today. It looks like it's bouncing today from the lows here. So that's good. Rob, Rob, it's looking good. Look at this support at the bottom here. So it's bouncing as well today. GFL, um, also bouncing right now. So it's really good when stocks are bouncing, especially after they make new highs. So that's another good sign. And then finally we have ML. This one has been bought out, so it doesn't count. So thank you for watching today's stream. Hopefully everyone can stay safe, happy trading, and see you again next time.